Joe travelled back to the 80s, to the movies he fondly recalled, with Annie and Tom Cruise and Sly and Bruce Willis before he went bald. Back when the movies were simple and the plots had no deep commentary, just some hero with biceps and witty one-liners shooting all he could see.
Little some steam spinach.
But I guess the grass is greener when you're wearing those rose-tinted shades. But while he's stuck in the 80s, John will take these movie lemons and give you lemonade. So sit back and relax now. Just sit back wherever you are for the movie reviews and the science bits too. On Shitcase Cinema. On the Shitcase Cinema. Oh, it's the Shitcase Cinema.
Jesus Christ! Oh, god damn! Whew. Okay, you're probably wondering why I'm screaming my head off. It's because I was shocked. Shocked why this classic film spawned two inferior shit sequels. I mean, they're so fucking lame. You feel like you've wasted precious hours of your time watching these god-awful, highly amusing pieces of crap. Let me explain. Okay, so welcome to Shitcase Cinema's review of the Poltergeist Trilogy. The first one was released in 1982, directed by Tobe Hooper and written and produced by Steven Spielberg. It is an absolutely amazing, classic, timeless film. Now, for some strange reason, it spawned two sequels. The first one came out in 1986, Poltergeist 2, The Other Side. Absolute shite, yet hilariously funny. Poltergeist 3 came out. Now you'll see I don't have the DVD in my hand. That's because it's so bad I don't want it in my fucking collection. Why were they made? I don't know. It's like asking, why do I have my hair in pigtails? I don't know. We're going to find out though. Stay tuned. The thing that works so well with Poltergeist is that nothing really shocking happens until about 30 minutes into the film, with the exception of a odd small supernatural activity here and there. So over this time you get to know the family, relate to them, and then when eventually some shit does happen, you're in as much shock and as much panic as the actual characters are. This is good filmmaking, I must say. This scene always makes me laugh. It's probably the only really kind of in-your-face gory moment from the film, which is probably a good thing considering it looks absolutely pathetic. This film is probably as old as I am, so I do give this part a bit of leeway, I have to admit. The reason I'm summing this movie up really quickly is because there's nothing wrong with it in all fairness, and I want to move on to Poltergeist 2 and 3 because they do deserve to be slagged off to no end. Overall, Poltergeist is a classic movie which deserves to be watched time and time again. 9 out of 10. Now, I have to admit, I've always been a fan of Poltergeist 2. It's just one of those films that has me in stitches when I watch it, and when I was back at high school, me and a group of friends had something of an obsession with it, but the less I say about that, the better. So, the tagline for this film was, "They're back." However, I'd argue the point in saying they're not back, and this time it's just some demonic spirit who likes to take the shape of an old reverend and sing annoyingly catchy songs about God being his holy temple. What the hell is that all about? So anyway, the original cast come back one more time, which is always good, and there's an extra addition in the odd Indian fella called Taylor. He's very bizarre, as you'll soon find out. Okay, here's Henry Kane. How scary does he look? Fuck me. Now, he's after Carol Ann so she can lead him into the light. That's what we're meant to believe anyway, you old pervert. Anyway, just listen to this line from our old Henry.
I'm with an organization whose concern is families like your own.
What the shit? Have you ever heard of organisations who are concerned about families whose houses disappear to poltergeist-related activities, have medicine men who can summon up paper butterflies called Taylor come round to your house and try and fix your car because it's angry, TVs that provide a living environment for your little girl, and killer clowns that try to scare the shit out of your son while his brace attacks him as well? No, well neither have I, so fuck off Reverend Kane and get off my goddamn property. I'm glad I've got that off my chest. Anyway, that's a great scene of Stephen necking down a bottle of tequila. I'm inspired to do the same actually right now to save my goddamn soul. So while I go seek refuge, here's a word from our scientist.
In the early 1980s, Hollywood actually commissioned another group of top scientists to analyse why the third movie in a series of films is always the worst.
The experiment started out well, with considerable advancement being made. The team of scientists found several things that set third movies apart from the first two. However, at the time they didn't realise the side effects that exposure to so many bad movies would have. The research hit a brick wall, eventually ending for good.
Okay, so overall it's got a pretty mediocre storyline going on, and a lot of the acting is very suspect at times. But in general, it's not a bad film, and certainly it'll give you a few laughs in terms of its slight general comedy side and also the supposedly scary scenes. Top marks Julian Beck, who was supposedly ill at the time of filming, and he unfortunately died before the film was released at the end. He plays the role of Henry Kane with great power. Also, the film's got a giant vomit creature in it, so that's always a winner, isn't it? You know, it crawls off down the hallway. I mean, it's going to get high marks just for that. 8 out of 10. I'm going straight to the summary for this bag of shit. It's awful in every imaginable way, from the acting, the story, the direction, the scares. The problem with the latter is there are no scares in it anyway. What the fuck happened with this film? It's awful. So the character of Henry Kane's back, and once again he's after Carol Ann to lead him into the light. Well, come on, how lame was that? That's what happened in the last fucking movie for the sake of Thundera. The best part of the movie is seeing Tangina die by getting turned into a giant barbecue corpse. This is generally piss funny, especially when Tom Skerritt grabs a body and throws it to the floor for no reason. What the fuck is his problem? He's got no respect for a barbecue corpse.
Oh no, not again.
Sadly, the film was hit by a disaster at the end of it. Heather O'Rourke suddenly died before the film was completed. So that's a sad end to a poor film. I mean, I could go on and on and on reviewing this shit movie, but it'd drive me to suicide, and I've got better things to do, like review good films, well, review shit films, because that's what we do on Shitcase Cinema. So, that's it. Poltergeist 3 is crap. 4 out of 10.